Greetings, my friends. I thought I'd try something different. Just fucking around, really. But I'm gonna read to you a comic book that a friend gave me. It's called Tales from the Holy Mountain, featuring the Templar, the Old Woman, and the Flame of Teuton Zaxin. Let's get started. Tales from the Holy Mountain, number 0, by David Moses, in partnership with Holy Mountain Printing and Past Itch Comics. I had heard of a mystical cabal known as the Templars, who live on a secluded island in the endless sea of sorrows. They safeguarded they safeguard a trove of secrets in their craggy, hermetic chateau, namely the object of my quest, a black fire wrought from the seed of damnation that grants clairvoyant power to those who wield it. It's called Dun Dun Dun, the Flame of Teutonzaxine. Countless years of searching led me to the frigid sea of sorrows, then a 3-year journey to the Templar's Mountain. As I approached, I saw a lone figure, still as a stone, awaiting my arrival. My heart, what was left of it, raced as the boat scratched the shore, for in his hand was the enchanting dark flame I sought. Without a word, he began his ascent up the mountain, a silent invitation for me to follow. I climbed desperately, while my guide seemed to float up the steep path untroubled. Further up he went effortlessly, whilst I groped from stone to stone for stability. My guide stopped at the castle's entryway and waited for me to finish my travail. As he stood at the door, there seemed to be a scowl on his rotted visage. Or visage, I don't know how you fucking pronounce that, I forgot. My bones ached at his terrible gaze. I now saw that the black fire gave off no light, but instead an icy darkness. The shadow it last the shadows it cast were merely a lesser darkness by which he made our way deeper into the castle. Our journey continued up the winding stairway toward an unknown end. Cold wind from the sea howled through the windows, and it bit at my core. After what felt like days of climbing the cramped passage, we finally arrived at our destination. At last, the Templar's lair. But this was not the center of occult dealings I had envisioned. Rather, it appeared that we're the only souls left, the ritual instruments broken. My host indicated a neglected throne for me, brutally cold to the touch, like iron. As I sat, he poured the black fire into the cauldron. Its anti light drew any remaining vibrance from the room and spilled a sickly pallor across the walls. For the first time, he opened his crusty I don't know why that's making me laugh. For the first time, he opened his crusty maw, and a terrible creaking noise came forth. Many years ago, I had passed the initiation and joined the ranks of the Templar on this accursed mountain. We were one of the prime meridians of power in hell and held sway over significant occurrences on Earth. The main The main instrument in our clandestine gatherings was the flame of Teutonzaxine. Through its through its undiluted strength, we chained powers far stronger than any one of us until the harrowing. Chapter 2. That day we convened to receive answers from the Blackfire's core, but nothing could be discerned. Suddenly, a flash from outside nearly snuffed the flame out, and I saw on the faces of my brethren a look they had never shown before. I'm still talking as the crusty maw zombie Templar wizard guy, by the way. I'm not going to do the voice. As the newest initiate, I was left behind alone to watch the tower while they investigated the cause of the mysterious surge. They drifted into the distance, heading toward the capital city pandemonium, and the sky blazed with unbridled war. I like that, it's pretty brutal. Unbridled war. Kaboom! Then I walked back inside. It hit. Big ass explosion. Annihilation! Days later, I awoke. The entirety of hell had been rattled to its foundations, all the Templar order built in ruins. The once impenetrable gates shattered by the event, and further wrecked by the stampede of souls fleeing endless damnation. To repair them, impossible. But for me, the last of my kind, I decided to rebuild the Templar Order. I set out on a quest that would take centuries, but I knew where to begin. Recover the dark fire, the seed of damnation. I traversed the gutted remnants of hell for 200 years in search of the flame of Tutanzaksin. Chapter 3. I learned of its source from a strange wanderer. He had seen the flame scattered by the harrowing. He said it was one in the company of a furious soul who had almost been lifted out of hell by the one charitable act she had performed on earth. Once she had picked an onion from her garden and given it to a beggar. This onion, her old guardian angel, tried to lift her into paradise. Where is it? Where is it? In Russian. I don't know what where is it in Russian, but as but as the wretched woman rose, other souls grabbed on to be pulled out with her. Soon a chain formed that would have bereaved hell of every inhabitant. But the old woman saw this happening, and unable to stomach another act of charity, she kicked against the chain of souls at her feet, and that moment the onion broke and all fell back to their places. Mine! It's my onion! Mine! Now she spends every restless moment searching for the onion, for another chance to escape. But her curse is to seek and never find. This doubly cursed item held the prize I sought. Where is it? I had little difficulty finding it, for it was the seed of damnation from which the black fire now sprouted. The wicked wretch saw my discovery and lunged at me. I dispatched her without mercy, leaving only a flicker in her eyes to prolong her torment. Crack, crack, crack. Once I returned to the castle, I began preparations to restore the Templar Order. The harrowing had shown me the futility of opposing the high realms. But with hell's hierarchy in disarray, I saw that I could build the order even stronger, seize more power. We could rule. But in order to do that, I needed initiates. Welcome to the Order of the Templars, so weary traveler who has come to me seeking the black fire. Chained! I could not move my limbs. They were held by heavy iron links. This is the moment I understood we were not alone in the tower, but surrounded by souls and their rotting husks that the Templar had lured to his lair before me. Now I understood my own fate, to remain in the ruthless Templar's keep until my flesh withers and my spirit breaks. For only then would I be allowed to wield the black flame of Tutanzaksin and join the Templar Order. Meet your new brethren, damned soul, whose lust for power rivals your own. 1,000 years in chains will subject your will to mine. The end? Question mark. All right, that's it. I love y'all. Maybe we'll do this again. Have a good night.